welcome to the Pioneer Living Homestead. I'm John Melandrin, and what we're going to do is test out some live traps. I've worked in the past with snares, and I've worked with claw traps and jaw traps and stuff like that, and I wanted to actually try live traps. So our friends at survivalwarehouse.com sent us some traps, and here is one that's real nice. I really enjoy this. This is constructed extremely well. I was really impressed with it. And what's nice is it even has a door here in the back that you can open. Then they took and they sent me a bigger one. Now this is supposed to fit a full-size coyote, full-size dog, maybe a bobcat. And so I'm going to pull this out, and I'll give you a closer detail view of these. And then we'll go and we'll set them on the property here at the Pioneer Living Homestead. And we'll see how well they work and how effective they are. So stay tuned. Now that we have assembled our traps, I want to do a little bit of an explanation. For starters, in a survival situation, I think live traps would really come in handy. For one, you don't have to use bullets. If you don't want your whereabouts being known, having a trap is a lot better than if you didn't. I believe that you can go hunting and you might not see anything, but how about at nighttime? And so that's where live traps come in. Now, for those of you that don't want to use them in a survival situation, yet say the raccoons, for instance, are getting in your garbage, you have a lot of coyotes, predators, or something like that, you can always capture them and then release them in another location. You can always call the game department or anything like that. So I'm not saying you necessarily have to trap the animals to hurt them. You can also relocate them. But believe me, when it comes to a survival situation and you need food, live traps are one of probably the best things. For instance, if you use the claw traps, steel traps, a lot of times a raccoon or even a coyote will chew their leg off, literally, to get out of that. Another thing is, they pull up the stakes, they take off. That's a slow, painful death. So I think a live trap would actually be the answer, and especially for a survivalist in a survivalist situation. So that's why I was really curious and wanting to get these. And as you can see, these are pretty big. Like I said earlier, you know, this one would be more for like raccoons. But if you look at this big boy, this thing is monstrous. I am really impressed. The construction is extremely well. It folds up, so it was easy to assemble. The only thing you have to do is put in the rod. And I absolutely am amazed. I've never seen one to this size. And let me show you a little bit closer view of them, because these are absolutely incredible. As you can see on here, you know, that's a pretty nice sized trap, especially for a raccoon. Now, I really like how it extends back here further than most traps do. That's one thing I've noticed. But the handiness of the door, the slide, just in case you want to release the animal. And that's built in on every single one of these traps. And on this big one, this thing is big. I mean, it is very nicely done. Very sturdy. I mean, you're not going to hurt that. No way. And neither is the animal. I like the handles too, because you can actually pick it up. Two people can actually pick this up. And then it's simulate a little bit. One step. As you can see, I actually put this raccoon trap next to my storage building because I always have a problem. No, Sam. If I can stop my dog from eating the food, I put it in the front and then of course in the back. So we'll see how this does and if we catch a raccoon at all. And then over here, if I can stop catching my dog, trap does work because he keeps wanting to go in there and eat. But I'm just using regular dog food. I have some premium dog food in the cans that is fish and beef and stuff, and it smells pretty good. So that should attract them and put them inside here, hopefully. If this location doesn't work, then of course, you know, I'll try a different location. But I've been finding a lot of manure around here with persimmons, and so there is a lot of coyotes. So we'll see. I mean, it'd be interesting if we got an armadillo or a raccoon, coyote, bobcat, anything, as long as it's not my dog, because he does enjoy it. So we'll check back in the morning or periodically and find out what we can catch. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Yeah, it's a dog. I believe it's a wild one. Good boy. Behave. I know. Yeah, good boy. I'll let you out, but well, the trap works. It's not a coyote, but trying to determine if it's a friendly dog or a wild dog, and I don't think it's really friendly. Yeah. So, the trap does work. I'm impressed. First night. Well, I checked the other trap, and yeah, I got a wild kitty. You're kidding me. Hello, Mr. or Mrs. Kitty. So that is definitely a wild cat. Because we don't have domestic cats really roaming around here. And I've actually seen this cat the last couple years, which I've never minded because, you know, hey, they eat mice. So that's funny. I caught a cat and I caught a dog on the first night. Incredible. Not what I was hoping for. I was hoping more for an armadillo or a raccoon or a coyote. But, hey, they do work.